Talk about love like it's easy to do. Talk about fame like it's something new. Talk about flesh like it's something you wear.
Hi beauties, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about Christian Louboutin's most sought after shoe, the Pigalle, at least until the So Cake came along and stole the spotlight. This is like my second time attempting to film this video because the first video I was completely out of focus, which was bound to happen sooner or later. Which works out just fine because I did ask you guys on Instagram if you had any specific questions regarding this style of shoe, and some of you did have some questions, so now I can answer them in this video. So a year ago is when I purchased my very first Christian Louboutin shoe. Actually, exactly a year ago. It was last spring. Up until that point, I didn't own any type of designer shoe whatsoever. I had my eye on the Pigalle 120s, which these right here. I had my eye on these. These were like my dream shoes. I went through my closet and decided to sell off all of my shoes. Like I'll show you guys my shoe closet right now. I literally have 5 pairs of shoes and then like 2 boots that I purchased from Just Fab. But I literally sold off all my shoes. I found little things around the house that I could sell, and that's how I paid for my very first pair of Christian Louboutins. It was just a personal choice that I made. I decided to go with quality over quantity, and I'm so happy with my decision. Once I did it the first time, I knew the formula, so I knew I could do it again, and that's how I got my other 2 pairs. So I'm going to start off by talking about what the MM stands for. So as you guys know, the Pigalle, or actually all of Christian Louboutin's shoes, come in different MM sizes, whether it's 100 mm, 120 mm, or 140 mm. The MM is just basically the sizing of the heel. So this one right here is 120 mm, and to give you some perspective, this is 100 mm. Now just for comparison, as you guys can see right here, the 100 is definitely shorter than the 120. Now Christian Louboutin also came out with their Pigalle Plateau, which is the Pigalle with a platform. He came out with the 120 and the 140. I have the 120, which this is what it looks like. And again, the number just signifies how tall the heel is. So as you can see, those right there, those are the ones with the platform. Those are the ones without the platform, but they're the same height. However, the ones with the platform, when you wear them, they feel just like the ones without the platform, because it's basically the 100s with a platform on it. So it's not as steep as you can see, but it gives you the height that the 120 gives you. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. The toe box is very narrow. So when you first get it in, you do have to break it in quite a bit for it to be comfortable. The 120 is very steep, as you guys can tell. So you're literally on your tippy toes when you're wearing the 120. That's why these are very uncomfortable. Now the 100 without platform are much more comfortable. As you can see, they're not as steep. So your foot, the only problem with this one is, of course, the narrow toe box. Just like the 120s, it has a very narrow toe box, but it's not as steep. So for me personally, this is very comfortable. Once I break in the toe box, I can actually wear these on an everyday basis, and they are super comfortable. I had the most difficult time figuring out what size I was in this shoe. Well, the Pigalle actually runs large, and the reason is because your foot is sliding all the way to the front because of how steep the shoe is. First, you have to figure out what your Christian Louboutin size is. Now, to give you guys a point of reference, in Steve Madden's, I wear a size 6.5 in all the shoes that are open toe. So like sandals, anything like that, I wear 6.5. In all closed toe shoes, I wear 7. And I determined that in Christian Louboutin, my sizing is 36.5, which is the equivalent of 6.5 in US. I ordered 36.5 the first time because I thought, okay, yeah, that's my size. But I got them and they were way too big. So 36.5 was so big, so I decided to go down to 36. So I got size 36, and those were also too big. I found this website called Shop Savannah, which is a boutique located in Switzerland, and they had just stocked these in size 35.5, and I jumped on it like right then and there. As soon as I purchased them, it said sold out. So I got 35.5, and when I got them, I put them on and they were so tight. Patent leather stretches a lot. So since these are patent leather, I was like, okay. I decided to do the sock and hair dryer trick, which basically you put on a sock and you fold it halfway on your foot so it's only sitting on the front part of your foot. And then you put your shoe on and then you hold a hair dryer about, I'd say like 5 inches away from the shoe, and then you kind of like walk on it, and that is how I stretched out my shoe. And then I took the sock off and I put it on, and it was still pretty uncomfortable, but it fit way better. And they have molded to my foot, but like I said, the only part that is uncomfortable for me now is just how steep it is. So I don't think I'll ever get used to that at this point. I think that you can either walk in shoes that steep or you can't. And personally, I can't be on my tippy toes all day. So now I'm gonna read some of the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. Do I recommend bottom protectors, or do I like the look of the red wearing off? That is a great question, because on my very first shoe that I purchased, the ones with the platform, again, they were my first pair of Christian Louboutins, and the first thing that came to mind was, I don't want the red to rub off, it's gonna look ugly. I looked online and looked for a place that could add the rubber bottoms to them. I regret it. I will not do it again. What they do is they actually take the red bottom, they scrape it off, they scrape off the sole so that they can have room to add the rubber part onto your shoe. Can you imagine like getting a brand new like shiny red bottom and then like watching them scrape it all off? Like, oh my gosh, I would be so devastated. You can see the transition of the sole and the rubber, which is just, it looks awful. I do now prefer the look of the red rubbing off. As you can see in this one, the paint has been rubbing off, and I like the way it looks. It shows that I've been loving my shoes. How much bigger in size should I order? Like I said, this particular shoe, the Pigalle, runs a large, so you definitely want to order anywhere from half a size to a full size down. My Christian Louboutin size is 36.5 for all of his regular shoes, but in the Pigalle 120, I had to go down to a 35.5. I don't have really wide feet. I would say my feet are pretty average. If you have wider feet, then I would definitely suggest only going down half a size. Does the patent leather stretch out with wear? Yes, that is another excellent point. The patent leather does stretch out quite a bit. Christian Louboutin also makes kid leather, which is the matte, non-shiny leather. I don't own any of those shoes. From the research that I've done, the kid leather does not stretch quite as easily and quite as quickly as patent leather. If you go to the store and you try on the Pigalle and it fits perfect, like it fits comfortably, but you definitely want to go down into a size that's uncomfortable when you first try it on, because it's going to stretch out. How long can I walk around in them? The Pigalle 120, I can walk from the car to dinner, from dinner to the car, and then home. That's about it. The ones with a platform and the 100s without a platform, I could walk in these all day. No joke, they are that comfortable. As far as cleaning them, I do like to use baby wipes to clean them, and I clean the inside after I wear them, and also the patent leather. And that is pretty much it for the Pigalle. I hope you guys find this video helpful. When I was searching for my very first pair of Christian Louboutin Pigalle, there was very little information, but I had to find out that I was a completely different size in this shoe, but through trial and error. So hopefully I save you guys a little bit of time if this is a shoe that you're interested in purchasing in the future. And I do think it is absolutely worth it. It is a classic shoe. This style is never going to go out of style. I chose the patent leather because I feel like it is something that you can wear in the daytime, and you can also wear it out at night if you want to dress up an outfit. The patent leather is perfect. You can also tone it down with jeans. It is a beautiful shoe. Yes, I absolutely think it's worth the money. I don't think I would purchase another Pigalle 120mm because, again, it's very uncomfortable, but I do like the 100s. I think they look just as classy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I got this feeling, you know, I got this feeling.